Good afternoon. My name is Jeff Van Rixel, the proud principal, and I'm also a parent of three children that will be here. I have two currently, and next year I'll have my youngest daughter coming here for K4 as well. So know that I'm fully invested both as a principal to the institution of St. Joseph's, but also as a parent. A couple things that I look forward to, making sure that we always stay true to, is the two main goals we have. Number one is getting every child to heaven. The ways we do that are a lot of different ways. Each and every day we get to talk about our faith. We totally instill the 10 Commandments. We get children to Mass every week, once a week as a school. We have parent masses as well. We also have sacraments that are taught within the classroom, and we have that option each and every Mass we go to as well. We also have character education, virtues being taught, the foundation of having our role models being saints, and campus ministry is another strong point. Constantly always building student involvement from top down, making sure 8th graders are involved with leadership roles all the way down to K4. Our number two goal that we really make sure that we have happen is higher education, giving them the foundation of higher standards, high expectations, small class sizes, dedicated teachers, and technology. I know firsthand, as I benefited from Catholic education myself, having that foundation is super important. And I know I want the same for my own children. Like I said, I'm not only grateful for what I get to do each and every day to be the principal here, but my children here as well. And I see each and every day what I have in front of me of all these children that get that same opportunity each and every day. The other thing we look at is the joy factor. The joy factor, pretty much Jesus, others, and yourself. Always putting Jesus first, then others, and then yourself. All three are just as important, but making sure that you're always keeping in mind that Jesus is the foundation in your life, putting others second, and then yourself having a good opportunity to make sure that you're molding yourself to be the closest to God, and opportunity to have a good foundation for your future families and help other individuals outside of your own family. We also have, once you join this great school, you have the opportunity to also join the parish. I saw firsthand when I came here the opportunity to have that family atmosphere. You have the same foundation that you know that when you are sending your children here, you know that the families are sharing that same commitment to the faith, same commitment to higher education, same commitment to investment in family, and all the virtues that we pass on to them as well. It comes down to the best investment in the foundation. I think the three things that we look for, one is you're going to get good community support. You're going to get good parent support when you come here. The teacher support is tremendous. And then the student relationships that the children build, I see firsthand each and every day the kids grow to love each other, to know each other, and be able to look after each other as well.
I'm Amy Conning, and welcome. I just wanted to let you know that teaching K4 has been a blessing to me. I see it as a year of exploring and learning for the students. It's really the only grade where you see the kids come in kind of like toddlers, but when they leave, they're really little individual people. We have the opportunity to learn at their own pace, and I want them to find success at what they do. We do focus on a letter of the week. We have star words, counting, patterning. We talk about Jesus. We learn about Easter, Christmas, the true meaning of Christmas. We have math centers and reading centers. My centers are changed each month, and they progressively get harder as the year goes on. Our toys are changed out each month as well. Play is an important part of 4-year-old kindergarten. 4-year-old kindergarten, while it has its benchmarks for letters and numbers and things like that, a lot of it is getting along with their friends, waiting to take a turn, standing in line, not calling out. And we practice this over and over as best that we can. We also strive for independence in K4, putting their coats on by themselves, being able to get their shoes on and off, wintertime dressing themselves. Those are all milestones that we have, and we want them to learn. We obviously will give them help in every time that they need it, but we try to let them do it on their own first. When they're working in centers, sometimes they work with a partner, sometimes they work by themselves, sometimes they might work with myself so I can see where they're at. We learn by seeing things, touching things, and hearing things, and we're always using our senses in K4. We have songs that we sing, we have poems that we say. Our centers allow the students to actually touch the things and talk about the letter and feel it in their hand and just kind of give them a well-rounded presentation of learning. K4 is a new environment, and there's a lot of activities and routines, and it takes a while. And so this is not something that is done overnight. I mean, September, October, November, a lot of that is following the routines. Then Christmas comes along, and it's a little bit, things kind of get a little bit skewed, but then we come back in January and we get back down to business. Correct behaviors are modeled and praised. Students are redirected and reminded of the expectations that we have. If a tougher discipline routine is needed, we have a different clip system that would be explained to you. But really, it's a lot of hands-on experience. We have a schedule every day, but we don't follow. I mean, we have a schedule that we're supposed to follow, but sometimes math might take us longer. So then that's what we do. So I try to gear it towards what the children need and let them learn at their own pace. We do art 2 to 3 times a week. We practice coloring for fine motor skills. And again, we play at least once or twice a day. We do yoga when it's raining outside. We do have recess. We have gym class. So there's a lot of different things that happen. And like I said, they come in as toddlers, but as they leave, they're little persons. And it's really a fun and exciting year to watch them grow.
So I'm Amy Richardson. I have 4 children, and like Ms. Cullinane said, 3 of them have gone through her class. I have a 5th grader, a 4th grader, a son in K4 this year, and a 2-year-old at home. So each one of my kids has distinctly different personalities. Some come home and can't wait to tell me about their day, and others I have to pull teeth to hear anything. One of my favorite things about St. Joe's is the relationship that I have with other parents. So I have an outgoing personality. It's not hard for me to meet people, but it's more than that. I can confidently say that I know almost every family here at St. Joe's. What that means is I feel comfortable with my kids' friends, and I can reach out to anybody to ask questions. In K4, you get partnered with a mentor family. This family is most likely also having a kid in K4, and they'll be an experienced parent with older kids who have done it before. There are always new things to learn about school, especially when you have a kid that's not explaining what's going on. Jargon like kid mail and gathering and scattering all get explained to you, and you get someone to reach out to if you have any questions along the way. Now, this year obviously is unique in so many ways, but typically parents have a get-together at least once during the school year as a parent night out to get to know one another, and multiple play dates with kids while the parents get a chance to connect. I don't know about you, but these options are priceless opportunities for me. As far as K4 went, I've had 3 of my kids with Mrs. Cullinane. Both of my girls did an amazing job feeling comfortable and confident right away. But my son Eddie had a little bit of a rougher start in the school year, and I second guessed every day that I made the right choice to send him for 5 full days as an option, because it seemed like a bit too much. But it took about 2 weeks, and Eddie still comes home with a huge smile on his face. He's excited to tell me of the letter of the week, which is V this week. Every Friday, Mrs. Cullinane has the kids bring a show and tell item that starts with that letter, and he's so excited to share his and find his and look for that toy that he wants to bring. I'm a parent that enjoys being active in the school building, but even if you're not able to or don't want to, Mrs. Cullinane does an amazing job of sending out updates frequently on what's happening at school so you know exactly what's going on. Mrs. Cullinane also works with students to build their stamina for desktop work and finding lots of free time or playtime. I find this to be an important skill in getting ready for elementary school. My girls left K4 being ready for kindergarten. They're strong readers, they always have been, but I know it stemmed from their experience in K4. And I also know Eddie's going to be ready for kindergarten as well. My girls wanted to add that they like being the reading buddies for the K4 kids. Everyone has different needs for transportation. I know my story isn't the same for everyone, but we take advantage of busing, which is provided by Dousman Transport. Our bus driver is awesome. And the bus that takes my kids has a small group of students on it, so I feel super safe with them taking the bus on the way to school. After school, they go to ASK, which is the after school care program, a couple days a week. It's great for my family because they get a snack, they get time to work on homework, but also spend time with their friends. So in addition to all of this, I guess my favorite thing about St. Joe's is the fact that God is first. They learn, like Mr. Van Rixel said, about joy, Jesus, others, and yourself in that order. Respect for others and love for God is not just a part of religion class, but it's built into their entire school day. When you walk in the hallways at St. Joe's, you can feel the respect that kids have for their teachers and others.
So this is our K4 classroom, our carpeting where we gather and meet, our smartboard where we do activities and songs and music, and we listen to letter sounds. As we walk around the classroom, I have out a couple different centers, math centers and reading centers, the puzzles that we use. Like I said, the toys are changed out each month. Sorry, I probably should put this up. The toys are changed out each month. Right now we have a floral shop in our kitchen area. It is also a doctor's office. It can be a pizza parlor, a bakery shop, just a plain old kitchen. But again, we try to change things out so that the kids have something different to do and maybe something that they wouldn't play with at home. We have an art easel where they can paint with watercolors every day. They have their own glue, their own scissors. Paper is out. We have Play-Doh. We do art 2 to 3 times a week. So we have a pretty good, we don't sit still for very long, that's for sure. Maybe just